Well, this is a lot. So the original plan was to try to go sequential order with Liz, but I think that's being a little too generous in good faith for her. Well, frankly, propaganda rambling. But that is my opinion. So let me just get through the basics for people who don't know. Liz was formerly on the SPTV Foundation, but she left because she was nervous that if she asked Aaron any questions, she might not get answers she liked. So she decided to exit, but she was mad that her asking for money was getting some people upset because she wanted money for her children's education. Like, again, I usually don't like getting into the stuff, but Liz apparently thinks it's okay, so she tries to get into my finances. All right, interesting. And from what we can tell, she seems to be within comfortably middle class, upper middle class kind of class bracket, but as we're going to see, somehow she's really an impoverished radical activist barely surviving, or so she says. So she put together a list of, I guess, people she found annoying in 2024. And this list just made no sense at all, conceptually, logically, structurally. It's just a complete mess. But one of them was particularly offensive. Now, again, I'm on the list, so let's be clear. So she's pretty hostile to me. Why? Don't know. Apparently, she thinks herself and all her friends are beautiful golden pandas who have nothing wrong with them. So there you go. But she put on the list Lindsay, who's one of Aaron's victims. And Aaron Smith-Levin is a big YouTuber. And we kind of knew about this. And again, let's be clear. Even I knew Aaron had a few scandals, but apparently I don't think anybody could have guessed how many scandals. And Lindsay was basically an early victim. He was married at the time. He's still officially married, but now Aaron has been forced to admit that he's had several extramarital affairs, sometimes simultaneously. Yeah. In fact, Lindsay admitted that Aaron was going to LA, where apparently he was having another affair. Again, so he's having affairs with, what, two to three women? But now he's settling on two women, I think. But, it's hard to tell. So, anyway, so this became public because she had been struggling with this for a while. And as Liz Gale notes, she was used in some OSA propaganda. OSA is this kind of secret part of Scientology. It's a department within the official church. What she doesn't note, apparently, because she doesn't know, is that Lindsay actually went to the Scientology people and asked for them to take it down. And apparently, for a while, they actually did quiet down. I did see some of these photos and some of their propaganda, but Lindsay wasn't really used that much. However, she was part of what they were trying to do to discredit Aaron, which wasn't really necessary because Aaron was discrediting himself. But she decided to come back more publicly this year. And again, to put it mildly, Lindsay is very controversial because she's taken a lot of, beyond Aaron, certain stances that have alienated even some of her supporters. She's a very big Trump person. She's apparently very conservative on some things. Again, I'm kind of indifferent there. I'm much more to the left of her, I guess, but I don't know. In terms of the relevant issues, she was telling the truth. She provided a lot of evidence and texts. And yes, Liz Gale supported her for a while. So why is she on the list? Because Liz Gale is primarily concerned with people, frankly, making her life allegedly hard. She's not really concerned with SPTV. So the title is a little misleading. It's apparently her and her close friends like Nora. They're getting upset. And that's why you're on the list. Okay. Right. Well, if you did something wrong, well, that's your problem, right? But anyway, but Queen Gale expects total subservience and just slaves around her all the time. And if you think I'm exaggerating, oh, no, no, no. Later on, she did admit there's a contradiction saying, like, all these people, all these content creators attacking content creators. Like, no, enough, enough. And it's like, isn't that what you're doing with this very video? And she admitted, but here's the difference. Think about like a whistleblower at Amazon. Okay, that's stretching things. Is she an impoverished worker, like forced to work really dangerous jobs? No. So, okay, that doesn't make sense. But then she went the whole hog and compared herself to someone in North Korea. Yes, North Korea. Because, Liz Gale is the victim of a vicious dictatorship. Who's the vicious dictator? Oh, me. Right. I'm King Jong Il. I have control of a whole army, spies. I'm control of a whole country that I can send against Liz Gale. I want to say the nicest thing about Liz Gale is she's really stupid. And she gets things wrong all the time and just makes these big leaps, which are not even the thing. Now, I've already spoken about this, so I don't want to keep returning to this and beat a dead horse, metaphorically speaking. But I did bring up, because they brought it up, my dead mother. And she's like, well, his mother recently passed. She didn't recently pass, Liz. This wasn't a recent passing. This was many years in the past. Apparently, she thinks I opportunistically brought this up. Well, I guess his mother recently died and he's going to bring this up. She didn't recently die, stupid. So, again, stop making all these weird, stupid conjectures. Like when I'm making fun of you and your sports car, or living in a big house, or that the husband subsidizes you. Yeah, that's based on facts. That's what you yourself tell us. And you even show it off, saying, guys, my car, my husband's car was kind of ruined. A deer got in the way. It was very bad. Oh my God. A deer was lost. Okay. Well, listen, these are serious things, right? An auto accident is nothing to totally laugh about. And she recently got injured a few months ago. But really? Really? Like, what's the traumatic thing? I have to say goodbye to my Scientology mother. Oh my God. Well, people like me, we don't get a choice. My mom got sick, and like most people think, okay, well, she's been sick. Maybe she'll get better. She's really tough, by the way. And I figured, okay, she's in a bad place, but no, people will get taken from you pretty quickly. And believe me, my mother tried. She had a few diseases, and she actively tried, changed her diet, did a lot of exercise. But, things do happen. But in her case, she's making a choice not to see her mother, which Scientology plays a role in. Okay, that's tragic, but it's a choice. It's not like lightning struck or she was murdered or anything. Like, and how are you a North Korean refugee? Like, just that alone discredits anything Liz Gale says. Like, guys, I feel like a North Korean. You do? Really? You do? You feel like a North Korean? Really? Really? Last time I checked, the average person in North Korea has to survive on a fairly low income. But apparently now they have the lifestyle of Liz Gale and are struggling like she does. They're struggling with their sports cars getting injured by deer in the way. And they have a house to, I don't even know. Like another community post, she was complaining about having to do laundry. That's her existential pain. That's the pain of being Liz Gale, radical activist. Guys, I have to do laundry today. It's just so tough. And then these people on the internet are fact checking me. And I'll do this in another video, but she also, and again, that's fine if she wants to be critical of the critics, but she's really misconstruing this for her audience, saying, guys, there's all these secret things. Da, 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 da. No, aside from channel member videos, my videos are public. Like SPTV Unvarnished, right? SPTV Unvarnished, that's public. You can just go to the Reddit and see it for yourself. What exactly is the evil thing they do? A lot of what they do is summing up the videos and pointing out errors or lies or factual misstatements. And that's driving her crazy. This North Korean activist struggling to survive in the evil of North Korea. But she'll make it to the border because, Liz Gale, she's a tough one. She's a really tough Nelson Mandela activist who's been suffering for 30 years. Guys, it's just horrible. I don't know how I make it through the day. Well, you make it through the day because you have a lot of income and you have a big support system and you are living a lifestyle that most people on earth would be shocked. Like I just cannot take her seriously at all. And the way she's just like, you lost your mother, but really, I have a laundry day. Yeah, she is a monster, and I've called her that, and she's not doing anything to disprove that. But maybe one day she'll wake up and realize she's not stuck in North Korea. She's just stuck in a set of narcissistic, abusive relationships, and she's herself very narcissistic and very abusive. The only nice thing you could say about her is she's not a full blown cult leader like Aaron, but she's not much better. She's just doing propaganda for the Aaron cult and thinks she's a really special good person for doing it. No, Liz, you're not. You're a horrific person, and your list makes no sense. If you have legitimate reasons for complaining, why don't you state them instead of these weirdo, bizarro conspiracies and this alleged, oh, God, I'm suffering on laundry day kind of trauma? Because really, I mean, really, there are more serious issues at play.